Sponsored by CuriosityStream. Rumor has it Apple just may be introducing their own tile-like tags later this year, ones that we'll be able to use to locate things like our keys, our wallets, our bags, as easily as we find our friends and devices today, in the exact same soon-to-be unified app, as a matter of fact. And I'm seriously into this because it seems like an ideal application of Apple's user experience, privacy, and security-oriented product model. But it also got me thinking, what other accessories could likewise benefit from that exact same approach, from getting first-party Apple versions of them onto the market? Google has Wi-Fi and owns Nest and Dropcam. Amazon owns Eero, Ring, and Blink, and has invested in Ecobee. Those are all functionally great products, but routers aside, ones that since acquisition have all conveniently delayed or abandoned support for Apple's HomeKit, which, yeah, I still think should be rebranded to Apple Home. Ring may actually get that support and soon, but even if and when it does, there are still staggering privacy concerns when it comes to Amazon and Google Home products. Amazon has had repeated scandals involving everything from Echo to Ring, and Google has just subsumed Nest fully into its own account system, removing the last firewall privacy-conscious customers had between their data and Google's insatiable appetite. Apple is by no means perfect in the bug department, far from it, but there's a huge difference between a bug and deliberate expected behavior, and between the business and policy models of these companies. So I'd argue there's a giant, gaping, glaring hole in the market for customers, especially in including existing Apple customers who truly want privacy-first products in our homes. Now, sure, Apple can't make everything for everybody. 1,000 no's for every yes and all that. Currently, Apple is happy to leave all the kit for their homes to third-party partners. Apple, the integrated top-to-bottom, full-stack, whole widget company, is happy leaving the home, perhaps the place we need privacy and security the most, to the modular approach. So much so, they've already killed the airport routers, and I get it. Despite their enormous size, there's just a limit to how many products a focus-centric company can focus on at any given time. Just look at their struggles to get everything from Macs to AirPods out in a timely fashion. But for the sake of this video, let's just assume Apple could find enough focus for first-party home accessories, just like they can for the Mac mouse and keyboard, and audio gear from HomePod to AirPods to Beats. Maybe they even get a jumpstart by buying the equivalent of a Beats, if there are any left out there to buy. Whatever, regardless. If, super giant sized if, hit subscribe, Haran can run at that bell gizmo so you don't miss any future videos. These are the Apple Home products I'd love to see, along with some recs on what you can currently use instead. I'm Rene Ritchie, and this is Vector. I've covered the Apple router situation before, so I won't belabor it again, but I will repeat it because I think it's just that important. I get that Apple hard quit the router market, but I'm still kinda all shades of sore about it. The router is the gateway to the internet, and there just aren't that many, if any, companies I trust with my packets leaving my devices and hitting the internet outside of Apple. On the flip side, there are also very few companies that could provide as many integrations and features for Apple devices as Apple. It would be secure and private. It wouldn't monitor your business or get all up in your traffic, but it would provide any number of services, including caching any number of Apple services, to make everything from backups to downloads to streams just work better. It could also be a personal, private iCloud if you want local backups as well or instead of server-side ones, including for iOS devices. With the advent of Mesh, a standalone router could also work with HomePods and Apple TVs to make not just the connection to your accessories, but your devices rock solid throughout your home, no matter the structure, size, or layout. Hell, make it a HomePod Mini and just take my money already. In the meantime, absent Apple, check out Netgear's Orbi, link in the description. There are almost unlimited options when it comes to home accessories, but a lot of them don't scream Apple to me. Lights, plugs, even thermostats don't feel like they gain much from having an Apple logo on them, much less Apple engineering inside them. That's why I'm going to stick to the ones that I really think would, namely the ones that involve privacy and security. And nothing screams security like a lock. It's literally the icon for security. I know there are some good smart locks on the market already. I use August, and generally it's been fine. It'll even unlock automatically if I want it to, when it detects my iPhone within a very small geofence. And that's the type of stuff beyond even just the design of the lock itself that I think Apple could really sink their product teeth into. The Mac, for example, can already unlock based on actual proximity of your Apple Watch, including time-of-flight calculations to prevent relay attacks. Even something like automatic pairing would be terrific. The current scanning system works, but it feels old school, like Bluetooth in the age of AirPods. I'd love to see that AirPods interface, the one we currently get for Apple audio accessories, used for Apple Home accessories as well. Until then, I'm using the August, link in the description. Video doorbells are great. They provide for both security and convenience, but not so much privacy, at least not the popular ones owned by Amazon and Google. There's the Netatmo Smart Video Doorbell, which can and will do everything locally or only with your personal private Dropbox, and has a host of other really clever features, but it's not for sale yet. Still, it feels like Apple could really do something elegant, secure, and private here. There's just so many technologies that could come into play, including Apple's push service for notifications, FaceTime protocol for voice and video, iCloud library for storage with expiration by default, and adjustable settings for immediate or some level of retention. And because it's Apple, there could be custom silicon involved as well. Something like what the new H1 chip does for headphones, or what the W series has been doing for wireless, or even the T series for security. Providing local processing for facial recognition, for example, so it can tell you who's at the door before you even have to ask or they even have to announce, but in a way that's based on your personal contacts and not anything siphoning selfies off into the cloud to train drone strikes or crowd control or anything. That would be huge. Beyond even the security implications of having mics and cameras locked down at the hardware level and the easy pairing of computational connections, there's just so much that can be gained in terms of efficiency and usability as well. For now, August currently makes a doorbell cam, so if you're interested in their lock, you can check that out as well. The big one, of course, isn't the cameras pointing out, but the cameras pointing in. Call me paranoid, call me learned, but I just can't and won't trust a Google or Amazon or Facebook mic in my home, much less a camera. Again, there have already been far too many allegations of abuse, not bugs, but abuse, wherein any number greater than 0 is too many. But the need for cameras is real, as is the scale needed to offer something really robust, really useful. Apple, though, could provide a really good camera backed by a really good service and, most importantly, really good privacy. Similar to a doorbell camera, Apple knows how to stream video and how to encrypt it, how to make great interfaces and experiences that are available across and between devices, and how to keep it all absolutely locked down from everyone and anyone but you. With all the custom security and communication silicon, on-device computer vision and machine learning, super easy pairing, and privacy-first policies to power it. For now though, Netatmo has both indoor and outdoor cameras with privacy-centric options you can check out. Look, I'm not advocating for an Apple cappuccino machine, regardless of how much fun that'd be to see, or Apple consumer robotics, no matter how much I'd love for that to be a thing one day, especially as autonomous technology continues to improve. I'm advocating for privacy-centric options for our homes, not just from Apple, but from Apple so that everyone else is forced to compete with and on privacy, not just as a word they throw out on stage to gaslight us or deliberately try to conflate or confuse, but real privacy they really have to really compete on. Because that, a rock-solid present, is how we build a better future, the kind of future we can see now on CuriosityStream. It's the world's first streaming service to address our collective lifelong quest to learn, to explore, to understand. Founded by John Hendricks, who also founded Discovery Channel, it's available worldwide with over 2,400 documentaries and non-fiction titles from some of the world's best filmmakers, including exclusive originals. Take the next world. It's exactly what we're talking about. How the new technology developing now will change the way we live, work, and play in the future. And you can watch it right now on your iPhone, Apple TV, Android, just about anything and everything. Science, nature, history, technology, society, and lifestyle, it's all there, so you're not just watching, you're learning. Go to curiositystream.com/vector and enter promo code VECTOR to kickstart your membership completely free for the first 30 days. Thanks CuriosityStream, and thanks to all of you for supporting the show. Now, I'm not typically fond of the whole blogger or podcaster or YouTuber listicle telling Apple or any company which products they should or shouldn't make. Like Apple isn't rich enough or big enough to prototype any product any of us could think of years before we think of it and run the go-to-market 108 ways to Sunday to figure out whether or not they should actually make it, because whether or not they can actually sell it. But here's the thing, every once in a while, if you can make a good case, you can be heard. Just ask the iPad mini. Should Apple be in the smart home business, even if Amazon, Google, Samsung, so many of their platform competitors are? No. But Apple owns FileMaker. Apple owns Beats. Apple can chew gum and subsidiaries can walk too. I don't expect a rebrand to Apple Home. I don't expect a rollout of security and privacy-focused products, at least not anytime soon. But I'd love to see both. How about you? Hit like, hit subscribe, it really helps out the channel, and then hit up the comments and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next video.